Well, hey, y'all. I am so excited to be here today on another curriculum chat where we're going to be talking about creation science. So, if you're here, please say hello. Let me know that you're viewing. I love interaction on these shows. Ask questions, make comments. Let us know if you've used this curriculum or not. And let's have a good time as we process creation science. And in case you don't know, I have, I don't know, quite a few curriculum chats already. And I think I shared the link in the comments so that, or in the post, so that if you want to look at other curriculum options out there that I have recommended and explained in great detail, you're going to want to click on that link. You can go to thecharlottemasonway.com and search curriculum chats as well to find it as well. Hello, Deidre. Nice to have you here. And I think Spring, hello, Spring. And so this is a really big topic to a lot of homeschoolers. And there are a lot of resources out there in creation science, but until you have found them, it's really hard to know where to look. So I'm real excited to be sharing today. I'm actually going to be sharing with you creation versus evolution. And this is actually a curriculum that I pulled together using various resources to have our children go through. So how about I share screen? This is a digital resource. And so I'm going to actually go full screen on here. This is a digital resource. And so I'm sharing screen to show you because I couldn't think of any other way, but I want to make sure you guys know this. So this is a curriculum for 7th and 8th graders or high school students. The reason I'm able to break that up for so many grades is because you would take 2 years to go through it with middle school and be able to get through it 1 year with high school. So depending on how you want to use it, you'll be able to do that. Now, there are some resources inside here that you can actually use as a family resource, which I know you all love. I love it as well. But the assignments in here are really geared towards children who are able to debate, and that usually happens around middle school ages, process the information and be able to decide for themselves, where the information goes. And your job is to make sure there's wholesome curriculum in there guiding the way. So let me say hello to Street Rat and hello to Rachel. Glad to have you here. I am real excited about this. So when you have questions, let me know. This is the table of content. It goes through each of the required resources and the assignments, as well as some copy work at the back. So that's really exciting that it's all here for you. In here, I explained that there are 4 parts to this curriculum. You'll be talking about creation, flood, the world flood, fossils, and the Ice Age. These are 4 areas that I find often misdone in science, right? We look at it on the evolution side because that's what has been taught. And so the resources I bring in actually look at these 4 areas based on creation science, and then they compare the two. I feel like they do a very good result to allow a child to debate. So I explained how to use this curriculum. There's 144 lessons, and each of the lessons are an hour long. And I know Charlotte Mason says that you should have short lessons. Well, by this age, they're going to be doing their things a little bit longer, and you have to remember their short lessons are based on subjects, right? So inside this particular thing, they're going to be doing copy work. They're going to be journaling. These are individual subjects that you can be pulling out around one subject. So I just want you to understand that. I teach you how to set up your journal. So if you saw, if you're one of my clients, you would have seen one of our science journals, and you'll see exactly how I teach our children to to set them up for themselves. And I explained that you are going to want to do 2 lessons a week for your middle-aged children and then 4 lessons a week for your high schoolers. And this will give you a full credit at the end of the school when the child has completed all of this. So let's talk about the additional resources, because this is just plans. These are done for you plans of helping you to process what to do each and every day. Totally done for you. You can print it out and put it into your grade notebook and move forward. I know Kelly, one of my clients, actually had purchased this and set it all up for her new high schooler for the first time homeschooling. So that's what I love about this. So let me talk about these really quick. This is skeleton in your closet. This is something that you can use with your entire family. They would absolutely love it. So I break it up exactly what to read when. And so it just goes ahead and talks about, it's funny that I pull this up with what's going on in the world, but it talks about why, it's one race and why we all have different colors. It's the human race. And so this kit gives your children a really good explanation of what's going on in DNA, as well as the fossils and how everything is related together. This is a really, really good book that will help your entire family have some amazing discussion around science, about DNA and all the wonderful things about that makes us human. Let me take a minute and get into, okay, good. No questions so far. So there are other resources that I use. I tell a lot about online free resources. Charlotte Mason says to put your children in front of those who are passionate about the subject. As passionate as I am, I cannot really teach this, right? And so there are a lot of online resources that are free that I have found and pulled together, and it will help you to be able to just use those resources to teach your children through passionate and educated people who will help guide your children. The second resource is 6 Days, The Age of the Earth and the Decline of the Church. This is by Ken Ham. When I pulled these together, my older 2, they enjoyed a lot of that. They really like Ken Ham. They enjoyed a lot of that. But when my 3rd child came, he really struggled with some of the I put him through this a little earlier than the other ones, and he really struggled with a lot of the philosophy and the not necessarily philosophy, but how high of the conversation was inside the book. And so I decided, remember how I say there are too many books in the world to force one on a child. So what I did is in the plans, I substituted plans for this book, Frozen in Time. He absolutely loved it. Instead of 6 days, he already knew about the age of the earth. We already had a lot of those discussions. So his understanding was solid in that. So we substituted this for the 6 days. So depending on where your child is, you might want to substitute for this one or the 6 days. And then the other resources are literally DVDs, and you can actually find these on Amazon Prime, which I absolutely love. So you're going to want to look for those as well. So let me give you a peek into, and this is just explaining the 2 lessons and 4 lessons and for the resources. So let me give you a peek into what this looks like. Instead of going into days, this actually goes into lessons. So each of the four subjects that are covered, the creation, the flood, fossils, and ice age, each of them have 12 lessons to make up 144 lessons. I did that wrong. 4 into that is 70. You guys I should just go ahead. My mind is not right today. Each of them are going to have 36. Yes, 36. I was almost there and I stopped. 36 lessons. And as you can see, these are linked so that you can go to the online videos. It tells you exactly what to do. And you can see that the minutes are really made up in watching, and then video discussions, and then copy work. So you can break up these longer ones into individual times if you prefer. But honestly, our children and I, we just totally loved this entire learning process. So this is what it is, and it covers all the flood assignments. This tells you about the resources that you'll need for that as well. And so there are the 4 areas of this. We totally love how this all works together to really make your children really get to the point of being able to debate for themselves creation versus evolution. Yes, they're learning evolution through here as well, but what they're doing is understanding what the theory of evolution says, and then the creation, and be able to see which one makes sense for them. So I totally love that. Street rat, the elbow cough might be me trying to figure out my math, and I'm actually very good at math. I have just been doing tech for 2 days, and my brain is tired. So that is that. And I think, let me look really quick. I think I put the link inside. Let me see. Again, my brain is kind of going, did I do this or did I not put this in here? I don't know that I did. So you can find this resource inside my shop, the Charlotte Mason shop, and you can search creation versus evolution. The covers are going to look a little different. I'm now noticing that as well, but it is still the same resource. And again, it's all there for you. So there is the link and how to get it. And what I love about it is it's a great opportunity for your family to come together and have these really important discussions that will help you be able to know what it's like to have that debate. It happens naturally with a child, and just give them that ability to learn how to process information and to grow with it in their teen years and into their adulthood. So it's really wonderful. Any questions today on this particular topic? If you haven't subscribed to my blog yet, I really encourage you to do so. The emails that I send out on an almost weekly basis goes a little deeper in some of the things that I'm teaching on my live show, and kind of gives you a behind the scenes. And so that's something you just will not find on my show or on my blog anywhere else. So I really encourage you to go to the Charlotte Mason and be able to look to see how that get into the newsletter, and let me see how I can help you process this information a little bit more. I like doing it side by side. Yes. So if you have multiple children, this is something that you can do one of your science credits together with them, and allow them to be able to, depending on their ages, process it together. But again, a lot of the details is something that my younger children have always sat and watched the videos with us. They just really enjoy the videos. And so they retained a lot of the information, which is probably why when our 3rd child got to doing this at his level, he was not interested in the 6-day book because it had more to digest. But we had already verbally digested it together, and he had already had that understanding concreted in his mind. And so when he really was not liking it, I was really happy to have gotten this book for him. He loved this book and got into mammoths in a big way. We learned a lot during that time. All right, so next week, I'm really excited to be sharing with you guys another curriculum chat. We're going to be talking a little about something that overwhelms moms, and that is grammar. So you don't want to miss next week's live show. And again, if you have yet to subscribe to the Charlotte Mason Way, just go to the Charlotte Mason Way. There's an opt-in on the homepage for you to get those newsletters and get more information from me on a weekly basis. It's been a joy to share with you another curriculum that I put together for our children that they absolutely love, and has helped them to process and literally become creation scientists who know so much more than I do. It's amazing the things children retain when they go through this and they process the information themselves. So I think you would also enjoy it as you sit and watch it with them. I see one more. Hello, Karen. You came in at the very end of our call, our show, so you're going to want to rewatch the replay. But I'm excited about next week as I talk with you guys about grammar. Until then, you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy some of your summertime. Bye for now.